Did you know that there's some instruments that make you more money than other instruments? There's actually profitable instruments and there's less profitable instruments. And this is an interesting thing because it's instructive, right? So like it affects your marketing. Like how if I know that piano, for example, in my school, piano is the most profitable instrument, then that means I'm going to be pretty excited whenever we sign up a new piano student and we get new piano clients in the door. And I can reliably know that those are going to be more profitable clients for me than, say, guitar or ukulele or something like that. Like I know that those are more profitable. Why? Because I know the numbers. And so, do you know those numbers? And if not, then it's actually not that hard to track. But it matters because it'll help you with your marketing. It'll help you with the areas of your bit, like where the profitable areas of your business are. I think it's a mistake just to only focus on the, if it's one instrument or two instruments, like, because you have to go wide. Product menu matters, right? Like having like a lot of different offerings, that matters because that builds revenue, right? Overall revenue. But it also matters that where your most profitable products are, right? And so you may be making some assumptions. We do it. I know I do it all the time. You make assumptions about certain instruments that might be performing not as well as you think. This also will kind of shine a light on maybe some weak areas of your business. If you know that guitar, for example, is underperforming substantially compared to the other instruments, then maybe you need to find some teachers that can really beef up those retention numbers. And that's really what this comes down to, by the way, is retention. So if instruments are dropping lots of students, particular instruments, notice I'm not saying teachers. I'm saying instruments, instrument retention. So how many students do all the piano lessons drop in a month? How many students do all the guitar lessons drop? If you're finding that there is an instrument that's just disproportionately off, and it seems like, you really got a big problem with, violin, for example, you just like horrible retention rate with your violin, then maybe you should invest in really trying to bolster your training, your violin teacher training, meet with your violin teachers, but either way, it shines a light. It's going to help you with your business. So it's a really, really big deal. And you never want to make any assumptions, especially if you don't know your numbers. Here's how this works. You're going to put together a spreadsheet, and it'll have these different columns. First, I list my instruments. In the next column, I'm going to put my drops for the month. Okay? So for each instrument, how many students dropped for each of those instruments? And then I have a total column here. My next column is my revenue. So how much revenue came in from the piano, how much revenue came in from the guitar, and so on. And then I have my total. These are the only two metrics that matter in this particular spreadsheet, because from there, then we're going to draw a comparison. Right? This is a performance comparison. And so you're going to look at your student drops. So let's take the piano, for example. And the equation is really simple. We're going to hit equals, and we're going to take the drops divided by the total. And now I have a percentage, 50%. Okay? And then in the next column, we're going to look at our revenue. Revenue, we're going to do the same equation. Revenue divided by total. And now I have a percentage. Now, here's the important column right here. This is our over-under. What I want to know is the revenue outperforming the drops, or is the drops outperforming the revenue? And remember, because this is a percentage, your revenue numbers can be anything. This could be $5,000. It doesn't matter because it's a percentage of the drops to the revenue. So we're just going to hit equals, and then we're going to take the revenue and then subtract out the drops, and we're looking for a number over 0. If this is over 0, that means that we are outperforming, right? But if like, let's say we drop 21 students in piano, now I'm underperforming. If we drop 15 students, now I'm outperforming. So this indicator right here is going to tell us everything. This over under, that's how you can know if this instrument is a profitable instrument or if it is costing you money. So tracking these numbers is really valuable. It's really important, and it's going to shine a light on some things. It's going to help you tighten up your retention. It's going to help you find little weak spots in the business that maybe you didn't notice before, or maybe you were making some assumptions. You never want to make assumptions, especially when it comes to numbers and data, because that's all stuff that you can track.